20 people or so. Surely you can see there's going to be a disconnect here between the vast majority of the British public who go, we get what you have to say, but now it's time to stop.
It's not going to stop because this is against humanitarian law and international law.
But what's that got to do with Britain?
Because they are also being deemed as complicit in also supporting this. So at the end of the day, it is definitely something indirect. There's, sort of people that are also analysts that are saying that there are drones, there are weapons, there are lots of, money also being given by the support of the British government. So that's why there is a direct correlation to this. If you're complaining about, what's been taken away from the British citizens, which they are owed to have, whether it's winter fuel and amounts, but then they are giving away in foreign sort of, aid and things like that to Israel. So at the end of the day, we need to obviously take that on board. And there are, the British values and the British people have 70% of them do actually go against the war in Palestine. So that's the YouGov statistics. So they are definitely concerned about the fact that the West proclaimed to be, these humanitarian and the West having non-barbaric and authoritarian.
The government have called for a ceasefire. We've had the David Lammy calling for a ceasefire. We have the Prime Minister calling for a ceasefire.
Netanyahu and
But Netanyahu's not our Prime Minister. I mean, look, anyway, Peter, just over to you quickly.
He's not called for a permanent ceasefire.
Yes.
Just over to you, Peter. Peter, listen, I want to ask you, is this showing community divides in Britain growing ever worse? And obviously, Fahim is saying these protests aren't going to stop. Can you see this getting to a boiling point in Britain? Are British people going to have enough of this stuff? We've already had the Just Stop Oil protest plaguing us for 24 months.
Yeah, and I sincerely hope now that our judiciary wake up and hand down suitable punishments to the people arrested today, if and when they're convicted, like they have been doing recently with Just Stop Oil. We need stiff, deterrent jail terms to stop these people from bringing their thuggery to central London, affecting the economy, making London virtually uninhabitable for law-abiding shoppers, tourists, theatre-goers and the such like. The Met Police can ban these protests. They do have the power. Now is the time to do exactly that. OK, final word to you, Fahima. If you had one thing to say to the British government in a sentence, what would you implore them to do?
Stop basically supporting a genocide, which is being proclaimed by even Jewish figures and the actual historian Amos Goldberg, the chair of the Holocaust studies at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem, that says what's happening in Gaza at this moment is a genocide because Gaza is not in existence anymore. And these are Jewish voices. Don't listen to me because I'm a Muslim. Obviously, it doesn't matter. Listen to the Jewish voices themselves, minority or not.
OK, sorry, Fahima, I have to wrap it up there. But Peter, Fahima, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Fiery stuff, very fiery stuff.